I don't know if they were mad or not. I think it's crazy. That video just stopped on its own. So I didn't get to say goodbye or any of those things. I did want to see how long a video would go though. So I wonder if that's how long the video goes. Or if it's a freak accident, meaning that that video was surprisingly finished at that seemingly inopportune time for me. And that could be a teaching on how it was so perfect. And so is this. Look, hey, I did it. Here I am. I I wasn't sure if I needed to say anything else or not, so I pressed record again and I kept talking. If it's right or wrong, I guess we'll have to know. We'll have to learn through the experience of it. I mean, who could tell otherwise? I mean, we could conceptualize it all day. I think that that's good or bad. Yes. I'm going to decide right now without knowing which one of them it is. I'll just eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Pick a tiger by its toe. Got to let him go. Or if he hollers, let him go. Yeah, yeah. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay, well, I guess it's good then. It's good. It's good. That's good over there. Why? I eeny, meeny, miny, moed it. I eeny, meeny, miny, moed it, everybody. It's okay. It's good. It was either good or bad. I eeny, meeny, miny, moed it, and it's good. Everybody knows that over there is good. I made the choice. I made the clear decision using my intuition, my intuitive understanding, my great knowledge. That's good. Oh no, now it's doing something that's bad. Wait. I'm sorry, I was wrong, everybody. Wait. That thing's bad over there. Oh, now it's doing good again. All right. Now it's good again, but it has a tendency to be good and bad, so that you know it can be good or bad. It can do any of the two. You're This is an unsure being. This is a being that is either one way or it's another. It's a very odd being. It's an unknown being. It's a very dangerous being. Stay away from this being. This being could be good or it could be bad. Well, actually, you know what? As I'm thinking about it, it's good most of the time, so it's okay. It's good more than it's bad. Uh, the good outweighs the bad. The bad is really bad, and the good is only slightly good. But there's a lot more of the slightly good than there is of the really bad, so it's okay. We just jump around that forever. No good or bad. I just want to keep on pointing out the polarities. I'm like, this one here, this one here. Not real. It's scaring me to do this with you guys. I'm telling you. I'm sitting here like, are you kidding me? Are you really saying this shit to these people? Are you freaking joking me, man? I can't believe we're continuing this, and it just keeps going. It just keeps going. I don't tire. I don't want to walk away. I just keep on saying stuff. Who am I going to say stuff to? To myself. That's all I can say stuff to. Who else could I say it to? I'm going to talk to you like you're me. Not because you're not, but because you are. I'm not going to do it like you are. I'm going to do it as you are. You are. Whoa. Dude, like, you are. Like, do, do, do you know that? Has anybody said that to you yet? Dude, like totally, man. Like, dude, you know, like, you are. Like, you are. Like, for real, you know that, right? You are. What other? What? Well, you need another reason? You are. I am. You are. I am. Isn't that cool? Come on. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I'm loud. I forgot. I'm loud. I'm a loud man. Well, everybody's just so quiet. I don't even know if I am loud. Is this a normal tone voice? Everybody's got their inside voice all the time. Uh, I don't want to spark any kind of negative experience, so I'm just gonna like.
really soft with you and never ever knowing my real voice is. What's my real voice? Do you guys know my real voice? I don't know where it is. It's gone. It's somewhere. This is the voice I use as my customer service position so that you're not frightened or afraid or you don't think that I'm being too much this or that. This is me, the voice of my ego.
I like that. I think that was funny because I'm talking about myself mostly, actually. I mean, I'm always only talking about myself, but sometimes I'm referring to like other members of myself that have shown me these through their mirror. And now I'm like, no, no, no. This has been seen through my direct mirror. This one, I've been doing this. I've been speaking differently. I've been like, okay. I was always very loud, and I always talked too much. So what do I got to do? I got to stop myself from talking too much, and I got to stop myself being too loud. This is very difficult. Okay, let's try it out. I even remember I used to be very monotone. Am I still now? I don't know. But I was very monotone before. And this could be a completely different reason as to why I was monotone before. I mean, now I seem much more expressive. And the reason why I'm pretty positive it had to do with me wanting to be very male. I had sang a girly song when I was a kid, and I felt embarrassed. I had my brother call me gay in another experience, not the same one. But when I sang this girly song, I was very embarrassed, and so, no, I'm going to be a man. So I sung very low, and I didn't want my voice to crack either, and I didn't actually go through puberty when the other kids did. So I wasn't sure if I was sounding too high or what, but I wanted to sound like a man. So beautiful. The way we sound. And so, yeah, I would go up to people in conversation all the time, and I would, hey, how's it going? My name's Ryan. Yeah, it's super nice to meet you. Which that was way nice. I mean, I don't mind that voice personally. I'm not saying that there's something wrong with that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it at all. But I have a voice, and it's my voice. I don't have another voice. Why did I do that other voice? I mean, it's cool to just. I mean, sometimes I am softer. Sometimes I am sweeter. Sometimes I do change, my softness of tone, my relaxedness of speech. But still, I have a tone that's my tone. I have a tone that is for me. I have a hushed voice. I have this voice. I have that voice. Why do I ever use my hushed voice? Why? So that I don't disturb another, of course, yeah. Why else? I mean, what else would I do that for? Just because I like to be quiet? My own voice is causing me too much. Every time I speak, it's causing me irritation. Maybe this happens for people. I don't know if it happens for people. It doesn't happen to me personally. It's rare that even when I'm shouting at the top of my lungs that I think it's too hard for my hearing. So why do I hush myself? Because I'm around others. So okay. Do you want to be around others? Do you really? I mean, are you even with them? Do they even know you? Do they care about you? Doesn't matter. Because they do care about you. But maybe not that they think they are. You know what I mean? So you gotta watch out for that. You gotta watch out for the ego thing. I'm not trying to make you watch out for shit though. Don't worry about it. I'm not telling you to watch out for anything. Let me retract that. Reeling it back in. See how I'm doing it backwards? This is when you do it the other way. So I'm actually making the line go out. I'm letting the fish have it. Just have it. Have it. Take it away from me. I don't need it. I don't want to catch you anyway. I want you to stay in the sea and be a beautiful fish and be free. It's awesome. I think that's the best. Go ahead. Be free. I love you. Ain't no judgment, though. If you fish, right on. You do whatever you do. Right on. Ah, thank you. Resisting is perfection. That's the stuff. You like that? That's a shaka, baby. We in Maui. Maui, Hawaii. Brought me here. Some people said I came to the heart. It's the star chakra. Point number 9. Up there. Up there. Way up there. Yep. Up, over. This is the crown. Then you go to the auric field. Then you go, well, around. There's your star chakra up there. And that's point number 9. Kundalini energy map around the planet. Yeah, right up there. Haleakala crater in the center. One day I'll be able to go there and have ceremony. It hasn't let me go for the whole 4 years I've been here. I mean, you got to imagine. It's a long time. I mean, it's just right there. It's just right there. I mean, it's really just right there. I mean, before I came here, I was traveling all across the states. I was going like, okay, how many states away can we go? We got 12 hours. Okay, in 12 hours I could be here. and then I'll still have a few hours to walk around. That's gonna be awesome. Let's go. Yeah, that was cool. I love doing stuff like that. And now I've been on a tiny line, and I still haven't been everywhere. It's weird, but it's cool because whenever I do go to a new place, it's like symbolic in a huge way. It's like, wow, I've reached this point in my consciousness to where I can open up this bandwidth of beauty and experience. I can be welcomed into this energy that is myself, and I can take upon myself this phenomenal download because I'm being welcomed to this sacred land, this wonderful place. Everything here is sacred. And by here, I was saying Maui, but I also mean to say in everywhere. Everything. Everything and nothing. All sacred. All divine. All perfect. All wonderful. Oh. You see, it's weird bridging from dual thought form into non-dual thought form. And so I'm wondering, it's like, okay, well, how would you do this? It would seem like we would want to make new words for everything. You know, if there's no good and bad, then we got to make a new word for what is that. And we could call it just is, and everything is, and maybe that's okay. Maybe that's a good way. We just leave it at that. What if that's not good for everybody? You know, I mean, just is okay. Could we be more specific? How are we going to explain what is? As I'm saying this, I can feel that it would be nice to just is. I would love that if we could just see everything as it is. That it is. Not a lot of emotion behind that. I like emotion. It's amazing. It feels great. I love to be in pure expression of it. Why did this happen? What is this? But I do love words like perfection. I do love good. But if I were to use good still, being that I'm bridging non-dual thought form, I would like to see if it's possible, instead of taking away all of our words, simply cutting out half of them. Or changing the way that we perceive them. And so removing from them judgment. That would be really cool. Because then we could still distinguish things very accurately. Um, and we wouldn't have to do it in a way that's of judgment. You know, in a way that's saying this is no good, no. This thing is. Deserving of this. This thing is deserving of that. This thing is. Are things allowed to be bad? Are they? So say we cut out the opposing half. If we no longer saw things as good or bad. Okay, so now everything's good. Cool. Now this seems like it would be very difficult to navigate in our world in this way. Okay, everything's good. 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 Okay. What do I want to do? Well, it's all good. Cool. What about for me, not for me? Let's try that one. Another versus. For me, not for me. For me, not for me. For me, not for me. Interesting. That's a cool way to view. To view. I think I said that's a cool way to you. Interesting. God, that was really interesting. That's a good way to you. Oh man, that was cool. It's a good way to ego. For me, not for me. 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 Yo, what was the Buddha doing? Was he saying for me, not for me? For me, not for me? He's accepting everything, I think. He even accepted the poison mushrooms. I'm not saying accept the poison mushroom soup that killed him in the end, but I'm not saying not to either. I mean, dude did it. It's beautiful teaching. 81 years old. 3 cycles of 27. Yeah. Amazing. If you're not brought into that awareness, welcome. Just kidding. Experience is the mother of all teachers. And so that's why I say I can give you information. And maybe this information can spark you in some way because the way that's relaying it, the resonant quality of it. The throat chakra is a phenomenal thing, by the way. I mean, we have a lot of silence going on in the world, and I'm digging it because it's the only thing that's occurring. Can you hear it now? Can you hear the silence? Can you hear it? No, I mean, listen to me. Can you hear it? Can you hear the silence? Can you hear it in what I'm saying? Can you hear it right now? Right now. This silence. This one that I'm saying. This one. This silence here. Silence, 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 silence. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Hear it. Can you hear it? Can you tell? Can you tell? Can you see what I mean when you're talking about the wisdom of non-action? Is there any out there that can see? Do you have the eyes to see? Do you have the ears to hear? How many of you do? A lot of you? Huh. I haven't met many. I've met some. I have. I have met some. What I mean, they're on amazing paths. Everybody, the whole deal, no matter what. Some people could hear. I had this one friend of mine. I was able to help him with judgment on food, on diet preference. It's awesome. I love that. I love to open the expression to release judgment of the world around us. And that doesn't mean that I don't want you, navigate the way that you naturally do. Of course not. That's ridiculous. That's exactly what I want you to do. I want you to navigate the way you naturally do. Not as much from here, always from here. But hey, you'll find that even though I've said that in this way, that the only thing ever happening is being navigated from here always. Every time. There's a story being told that isn't always in alignment with what's happening. And that story is the one that we're trying to shine light on. Like, hey, boom, here's that dark story, and here's the light. Pow! And you're like, shoot. Well, thanks for shining light on that story of mine. It's an interesting story. It threw me all through a loop. Now I don't know where I am, left or right or up or down. I'm kind of confused. I'm in a weird state, not really knowing a lot. Well, that's awesome. Thank goodness that you're there. Please be there. Be there forever. Nah, just kidding. Well, depending on the relation to what I said, that could be cool. But I mean, seek. I like seeking. I like it. Where do you seek? How do you seek? Well, we can scour the earth if we want to. That's fine. I found out when I came into myself in a big way. When I woke up myself here on the beach. When I woke up my mind. When I spun my energies together. My right and my left. Into a sphere in front of me. Through surrender. Through understanding unconditional love for all beings everywhere without one exception. This all occurred on its own. But just before it occurred on its own, I was searching for it forever, a long time. And I was finding much. But I was really concerned. I was like, how's this going to happen? This needs to happen. Okay. So I was getting myself prepared for all these things. So I prepared myself. And then all of a sudden, I'm on a day where I was going to the ceremony we're going to. And a girl is invited to the ceremony with us. And this girl, to me, I had relations with in the past, and I was insecure about these relations. We had relations, and I had gotten ashamed and insecure due to her looks and her demeanor in the community and these other things. And I was feeling ashamed and embarrassed in other ways, and so I was not speaking to her. and I was maybe rude to her even in the past, recent past, in this time. And so she was coming to ceremony with us, and this was a surprise to me. I did not expect this. I was calling ceremony for me and my friend, but not for me and her and him. But she came, and I was not the kind of person to reject anybody, And okay, I guess this is what's happened. This is what my friend has created, and eventually, after feeling much discomfort with this and much, like I was like, oh, now nothing good can happen at all. No, there's an impossibility of me attaining enlightenment in this moment. It's impossible. It cannot happen because this girl is present. And so I had to come to that. Okay, fine, that's okay. And I had understood perfection already. And so, luckily, after all of this egoic feeling and all of these fears and all these things, all of these lacks of ability to communicate the truth within me, and so they were creating a reality and ego identity upon me as I was carrying these things with me everywhere. They were becoming me, I was becoming them. And because I kept them here with me, not expressing them. So all I had to do was express these things to this female friend of mine before, is go talk to them honestly and feel through these things of my heart and see how these things were, whatever they were, incorrect or however. And then I would have been able to move through in a different way. Of course, I'm glad that it happened exactly the way that it did, because on this morning, on this day, this afternoon, early afternoon, however it is, we sat down for ceremony, set the space, set the intention. As I'm setting the intention, I realize, the same thing I've always realized, or I've come to realize through my experience that I've been given to realize about perfection of everything, the perfection of the moment, how everybody's energy in every moment is there perfectly. And so this situation that I was in was the perfect scenario, and I needed to come into honor of this scenario, honor of this being with me and of myself. And we're in ceremony together. This is important. And so I tell her, all these things in the past. I apologize. I apologize to her, and we come into harmony, and this is beautiful. And my friend sits down in front of her, and she gives him a massage, a back massage, quick. And I really wanted one too, and I was afraid to ask for one because why would why do I deserve one? My friend just got one. Why would she want to give me a massage? It's weird to ask somebody to help you in some way. Why would she want to do that? I mean, it's not like I'm going to give her a massage in return. I'm on psychedelics. I'm going through this thing. I don't know. And so after that whole process of thought and insecurity going on, I I did ask her, and so I came to harmony with her, and then I finally asked her, and this was something for me that was huge. I never asked for anything. If I kissed you and you were a woman, it was because I knew you wanted me to. I didn't ask you. Typically, in the past. Now it would be maybe different, but I don't know. Doesn't matter. What does matter is that I asked, and so this was a gateway for me, because my being was not somebody who asked. So I broke through this gateway. I apologized. I admitted my wrong to the female. Something I had great difficulty doing because I cared about her more than anything else. And if I cared about you, I cared about how I looked in front of you. This was huge. And so I told this female, and then I asked her, and she gave to me. She said yes. This was huge because I was so afraid. Oh, so scared of her saying no. So afraid of her saying no and thinking I was wrong for it that I wouldn't even wanted to ask. My buddy asked. And I'd been wanting to ask, and I'd been removing myself from my inhibition. So I'd been seeing the things that I didn't want to do, and I'd been going towards them and tackling them. It's like, okay, I don't want to be naked on this beach. Next time I'm going to be naked on this beach. It's a process. It takes seconds. If you're really afraid, it's not going to always be able to happen right then. So, anyways, I'm telling you all these gateways for me. And so, one of the big things I realized while I was sitting there was that I had thought that I needed to go to Haleakala. to have this experience I was having. I thought I needed to go there because that was the place. That was obviously the place, the center, the PowerPoint, all these things. Of course, that's where I'll go. Yeah, I needed to go there. I had to go there. It's the only place I could realize myself. And so I was wrong. And I realized that just then, in that moment. It was so beautiful. She had unlocked my spine for me. She ran her hands down my spine and then opened it in a really light and beautiful way. And I cried, and I cried, and I cried. The deepest cry I've ever cried. I don't know if I could ever cry that deep again. Never in that same way, that's for sure. As I said it though, I remember crying deeply. Since, so deeply. Hours I could cry. I could cry for no reason for hours. And you would never believe it was for no reason. Even if I told you. I guess maybe it's not true that it's for no reason. It's not for a reason that maybe I know in the moment. But I may know the moment why. I hugged this man, this black man, African man. Who knows if he's from Africa? Why would I even say it if I don't know? This black man, this white man, this black man. And he's so beautiful, this man. So dirty. So of the earth. So rooted. He was like a part of myself I haven't seen for so long. It was like a part of myself I couldn't see. A part of myself that had so much pain, so much sickness, so much health, so much. This being, this pure being, he looked to be someone who may be insane, may not be able to speak to you and me like you and me. He was so wise. His wisdom permeated all the layers of my being. I saw him in his eyes, and I felt this great sadness in me. Great sadness for this beautiful part of myself, this beautiful black part of myself. African, this root, this blood, this survival, this animal, primal, this beauty, this greatness, this strength, this gentle kindness in him, this balance. It's like he was Baba Buaye, Baba Bulaye, Baba Bulaye. I hope I say that right. An African deity that my friend practices too. The ceremony for this deity, they put this deity's head in a basket in this village that is from. And all the people of the village come and they cough their sickness into this basket, into their head, into Baba Buaye. You know, Baba Buaye. Baba Buaye. Baba Buaye? Baba Buaye kind of sounds a little better than Baba Bulaye. But I can't tell you which one, if one of those it is. It's very close. And so I wish to be impeccable with my word. Always specify. Where I'm always utterly clear, utterly honest. If I am sure, then I'm sure. If I'm not sure, I'm not sure. And I wish to always express this and always take the time to have the patience to be impeccable. So thank you for allowing me to do this. Thank you for understanding, having your patience for me. And so they all cough into this village, all their sickness. And this man that came to me on this day, I was having ceremony with a friend of mine, or she was having ceremony. I was there with her, helping, guiding, moving through difficult times. I mean, this one difficult to see from the mirror what it was clearly portraying. Yet I still think I did an amazing job. Yes. So perfect. It's just like, if it's perfect, it's perfect. How can it not be? It's like sometimes I get myself caught up in being like, am I still perfect? So if it's perfect, does it ever not be? Perfect doesn't not be perfect. Perfect's always perfect, right? Huh. So that means that no matter what I've done, always perfect. No matter what I'll do, always perfect. What? Now, if you find this information, you may find that you really do want some kind of resolve. You may find that you really do require, for some reason, some kind of knowledge, some kind of understanding that would help you understand what it is I'm saying. I understand that. I personally was not satisfied. Not knowing. I constantly was upset with people who were satisfied in their knowing. You just became satisfied? You just stop there? That's it? You just, that's done? No more? You just complete? Damn, that's what I was saying. I was like, for real? Jeez. Hey, man. Maybe they're way smarter than me. They are complete. They are done. What are we looking for? But I say, too, I've been done for a long time. And it keeps moving me. Keeps on making me. I keep experiencing after it. Said I was complete. Here we go. Realizing more. Realizing more. So maybe that's the big thing. It's like, because I am complete. But I'm realizing it more. I'm not like attaining anything new. I'm not like gaining anything I haven't already had. Just learning about it every day through directly experiencing it, through trusting it, through allowing it, through being authentic with myself. Who else is there? I remember when I finally realized that I was like the coolest guy I knew. I was like, shit, man. I like hanging out with other cats, but I love hanging out with folks like me. I love me. I can sit here. I can make me laugh all day. I can love me and laugh at me all day long. Maybe it'd be difficult to do with somebody else, but I mean, who knows why? Sometimes it's hard to be around me because I'm always refining things. I'm like, that could be better polished. Let's go ahead and do that. I typically don't go out of my way to do these things, but when they come to me, I feel it's fine. I mean, why else did they come? Why do you come to somebody like me? You come to a clear mirror like me, you probably want to see yourself. I'm gonna show you yourself the best I can. You know, I mean, we do it through just being. Yeah, I can speak clearly though. Some people say there's no point, but hey, we got people mapping stuff out all the time. I mean, are you not appreciative? I mean, things I know I could have mapped out a long time ago, and people would have said that, don't map that stuff out. That's not stuff people need to know. And then science would come along and map it out for me later anyway. So might as well, right? People are mapping out lines. They're like, hey, this is the route right here, and you go there, and you go there, and you go there, and you go there, and there, and these are the rules. And I'm like, okay, all right, that's cool. But what about a blueprint for the chaotic order of consciousness? Do you have that? Do you have a order to the randomness? Do you have a way to signify that? I do. I mean, I'm only right now bridging into it because I haven't even decided to start trying to discuss that with people yet. And so once I do, it's going to create all the dialogue right there in the moment for me, most likely, as it always has. But I don't even know if people are ready for that kind of information typically. I'm like, shoot, I mean, I use a crap ton of discernment. How do I do it? Fucking lightning fast. I'm definitely not sitting there like discern, 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 discern. No, it's fucking lightning fast. It's lickety split, man. It's like fucking right there and then. I know what's going on immediately. People have said to me that I didn't, and then they've come to me in the future and been like, I was lying. That's how I wouldn't lie to you guys, man. I mean, unless I thought it was somehow beneficial. But you gotta imagine that I've come to a point to where I'm not seeing it as beneficial for me in any way, shape, or form. I don't see how not being me or not being true to myself is being fucking true to myself. I don't understand how that's possible. That'll make a lot of sense. Oh, that brings me back to the mirror consciousness we were talking about in the previous video. And about how ways to relate. It's a mirror of consciousness, okay? What you give is what you get. You're reaping what you've sown, okay? And everybody can say, well, wait, I've just sown it with this action. I'm sowing it. No. Just like Jesus said, Jesus told you if you've committed the sin in your head, you've already committed the sin. Okay? It's no reason to judge yourself. No reason to start combating thoughts or start resisting thoughts. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying that it's already occurred. Now you got to move on from that now moment. So why are these things occurring? What's going on? Thoughts are cool. Oh man, I love it. I'm really digging this because like we jump up and then we jump back on and then we go back to it, and I see a lot of myself this way. I'm like, geez, man, how long have I been talking now? It's been like I don't know, a few hours. Been just doing this for a while. I mean, I literally could do this all day, every day for the rest of my life. I'm sure of it. I'm positive of it. It feels good. It just feels good. I like to talk. I like to hang out with myself. I mean, other people are cool, but they kind of seem like they want my time in a certain way, and I'm like, okay, all right. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Okay. But then when I need some help, where are they? Well, they're unable to relate with me. They can't even, I mean, what are they gonna do? I'm like, let me tell you about this. 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 And now you can kind of see where I'm coming from. And now when I shoot you an idea, you can maybe give me what I believe to be an educated thought theory guess on what it is that I think is occurring. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, you see how nice his hands are? Wow, these are some cool hands. I got some nice hands, bro. Dang, that's cool. Hi. I did that motion myself. This right here. You go. Wait a minute. But if there isn't an ego, if there's only one thing, how could this have been egoic? Whoa, bro. We are really reaching onto a platform now. You guys must be pretty advanced. This is good. Because I've talked to a lot of people. Not very advanced. I'm just fucking with you guys. Come on. Oh, that's not advanced. That's not advanced. Everything equal. We have different informations. We have different levels of realization. Advanced. Some people are so advanced, I have no idea where they are. Where are you guys? You're way up there in Judgment Land. Way up there in Judgment Land. You ever been up there in Judgment Land? It looks like heaven and hell mixed into one in a completely terrible battle that's constantly resisting itself over and over again. I hit it this way, it hits me that way. I hit it this way, it hits me that way. I hit it this way, it hits me that way. Some people are really good at it too. They're like really good at fighting themselves. Like, boom, get away from me, self. And then self leaves for a little while. And self comes back in the same way. And you're like, boom, get away from me, self. And self's like, boom, goodbye. I'm out of here. You're so strong. And then he comes back. And it's like, I'm back again. You know, no way, self. Boom. Constantly, self continues to return to you. And you continue to send self away. Not seeing what's going on. And that's cool. Not a problem. But it's an interesting reflection that I recently saw, and I'm like, wow, how many people are doing this, and how was this out of the realm of my awareness? Well, because I wasn't fooling myself or lying to myself for a long time. I had a huge lack in belief in others. I really saw others to be liars and not really truth tellers, and they didn't really say anything that was like very clear. So who could judge the value of information on that? I'm like, geez, well. And then once things started to get really contradictory in my reality, I was like, man, I'm really having trouble believing in this stuff. And I actually did get uh, contradictory information from my experience that I directly experienced myself to know to be true. And then I was like, well, this thing actually happened to me, so I know this thing happened. And then this thing I've been thinking about, okay, this is something I say I know. This is something that I now know I know. And I start to judge the level of information based on that kind of determination. If you ever find yourself in a place where you can actually come upon true knowing, then you can start to find out what isn't the true knowing. And that's awesome. It's really helpful for navigation. When you can see, okay, wait a minute. This is my lie showing up to me. This is my lie showing up to me, and now I get to interact with my lie. Now, what am I going to do? Am I going to empower my lie? Am I going to enable my lie? Am I going to allow my life to live further? Am I going to allow my lie to overpower me? And am I going to be here within this lie and have to deal with this lie until the lie goes away or on its own or until what? Until something possibly happens? Or am I going to stand up to this lie and tell this lie that it's a lie and that I don't believe it and that I'm not going to believe it and that I can even tell it why? And if I think that something that isn't a lie is presenting a lie to me, well, what do I do about that? Do I not say anything about it, or do I say something about it? Do I want to help that being? Does that being believe that this thing that they're saying is true, even though it's not true? Okay. So if you believe that 1 plus 1 equals 3, and I knew that this is going to mess up math for you, like ever. Like if you believe 1 plus 1 equals 3, and where's 2? And if 2's not there, how do you get 4? How do you do all these things? It's like, oh my goodness, this is really difficult. What are we going to do? It would be strange. I mean, it would be awfully awkward to find somebody who believed 1 plus 1 equals 3. It'd be weird. It'd be like, who taught you that? Like, do you think that the letter 3 is the letter, or the number 3 is the number 2? Or like, what's going on? Like, what do you think equals 2? It'd be very confusing. You'd have to understand it. They would be massively confused if they could still believe that they knew math in some way. Yeah, 1 plus 1 is 3, and 4 plus 4 is 27, and 86 equals 9. And you're like, all right, well, this is really interesting stuff. But, sir, I don't know if you've ever been introduced to math before. I can see that you seem to have some understanding of the names of numbers. And that's really cool that you understand the names of numbers. But maybe you would like to know how these numbers are arranged and what their function is and kind of like why they're there, like how everybody else is relating them and the reason why we have them. The reason is mostly like a common ground in communication. It's like, okay, so, science is like, okay, well, now that, or words even, it's like, we clearly define this word to mean this. And so if everybody knows this definition, we can all agree that that's what that word is, and then we can be sure that we're talking about the same thing. And that's kind of beneficial, especially like back in the day when there was like people with many different languages speaking, and it was very difficult for people to relate with one another. And so now that we've been able to really create a beautiful language that says very distinctly, this is what this is and this is what that is, it's much easier to be accurate with the sharing of information. And I think that's stupendous. It's really wonderful. And so I would see math to be that way too, and I would see many things to be that way. And so this is also what I'd be looking truth to be. I'd be like, okay, well, we got truth. and we got lies, and they're all truth in some way. They're all showing us something. They're all giving us a phenomenal gateway deeper into ourselves, and they're all setting us free. Now, how are they doing this? You know what I mean? We can look at this very plainly. Of yeah, they are doing this, or we can figure out why or how or what's going on with it. Like, okay, it is doing this. Well, how is it doing this? I am reaping what I'm sowing. How am I reaping what I'm sowing? This is important. How am I doing these things? How is these stuff happening? How is this stuff happening? Super important. I'm glad that we went back to the reaping and sowing too, because it's super important. Are you sowing seeds of judgment everywhere you go? What are you doing? You're looking at somebody in a negative way, and then you're coming back like, what's going on? You know. Then truth jumped back on, so I don't know if everybody came back to remembering what we were just back talking about. Maybe I got off the topic and we got distracted. Who knows? But here we are back to truth. And so, you have somebody comes up to you and tells you that you're separate than them, but you know that you're not. You are sure. You're like, oh, this person is acting like everything in the world is this other way, but it's not. It's not the way it is. I can see that because they believe it's the way that it is, that it's causing them all kinds of different experiences in relations to those experiences, all kinds of different traumas or whatever could be related in this way. And so it's like, okay, so I see this part of myself, and it's having some trouble. This part of myself seems to not know, it seems to be believing this lie, and so I could allow myself to believe in this lie, enable myself to believe in this lie. Like, yes, that's a beautiful lie. That's a great lie. I want to empower you in this lie. I want to tell you that your lie is a great lie, and you go on and live your lie. Bless you. Bless you in your lie. That's fun. I dig that. All right. Cool. That's great. But that would make me feel like, what if I went to the Buddha and I was like standing in front of the Buddha and I was like, hey, Buddha, I'm going to go do this thing. I think it's the best thing I could ever do for anybody. It's the only thing I want to do. All I want to do is be for everybody. And so I'm going to go do this thing. This thing exactly. This one right here. It's like, oh, okay. But this thing I was going to do was actually the opposite of this thing. It's like, oh. But the Buddha could see. Oh. But he also must have already known that no matter what, you couldn't actually be honest with this thing. Opposite of this thing. So probably nothing to judge there. Oh, okay. See how you learn. Good luck. I dig that route. I dig the good luck route. The good luck. Have a good time. It's perfect as it is. So you're about to go through a hard lesson. Whatever. That's fine. Have fun with your hard lesson. Maybe you need the hard lesson. Why do I want to take you away from a hard lesson? Obviously, you're curious in that direction. Go ahead. Go find out. I'm just going to sit here and watch. You see it over there. It's empty space. All this. So, that's how that went. How do you think it went? Did you think of an experience when that was going on, or were you waiting, watching me very diligently? I hope that you were. That'd be cool. I hope that you were doing either of those two things on that mind. Okay. It doesn't matter. You don't have to listen to me. I'm listening to me. I'm here with myself. Who are you? I'm just sitting here looking at me. I don't even know if I'm talking to somebody. Is anybody gonna watch this? Who knows? Don't matter. Don't matter. What am I afraid of? Like I haven't given away everything already. Like I didn't give up all of myself and then get myself in return. Yeah. Empowerment. Oh man. This thing right here hurt the crap out of my throat, bro. Oh man. I wasn't even gonna say it. Like I just thought when it happened to be like, oh shit, don't cough. Whatever you do, don't cough in front of them. Don't let them see you. You're human. Oh, come on, it's fun. It's super fun, We're clearing this stuff together. Like I said, who's together? It's just me here. Just me here, guys. Who am I talking to? smoking marijuana right now. But I tell you, recently, I've been really worried these past few days or whatever. I've been like smoking a lot, a whole lot. This past couple months, actually, smoking a whole lot, ton. I've been rapidly abundant and having all this stuff come in, feeling good and feeling all kinds of worry too. It's scared. I'm in like, am I where I need to be? Am I able to do what I need to do? Am I able to spread this truth to the world, or do I need to keep it all here in myself and not share? What do I need to do? Well, you see, I had this amazing experience when I first came into the knowledge that I came into with Neil deGrasse Tyson. Amazing man, phenomenal dude. I don't know him personally, but I love him. I can't tell you how he is in his personal life or any of that stuff, and that doesn't matter to me. He's myself. Don't you see? It's perfect in every way. No matter what. I don't care if he just killed somebody. He's fucking perfect. He's amazing. I love you, bro. Thank you for everything. Thank you for what you've done, what you will do. Thank you for the person that happened to. Thank you for everything. Everything. All of it. No matter what. No matter what. Nothing. All of it. Deepest of gratitude. Thank you. All of it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, my back. Oh, I've been leaning over too much, you know. So even though I don't want to create an ego here, I'm this way. I also want to say that I am a big fan of uprightness. I'm a big fan of straight spine. I like my spine straight. I love it that way. I love when I'm strong like that, when I'm just naturally able to carry myself in that way. When I'm in my truest strength, I feel very tall. I feel very strong. I feel very loose, limber. I feel, yeah, very straight. Very straight. And right now, I was leaning in a funny way. And so, my back, right over here, really can feel it. I haven't been deep in my full motion practice, in my full body practice for this past month or so. Let's see. Yeah. And the reason is because I've been just moving so much here in the mind, you know, here in the heart, here in the moment, here in seeing, having confidence, trying to understand, you know, what's coming through, what's happening, what is this, how am I moving, how am I doing any of these things? Can I really trust this? Are you sure? How relaxed can I really be? How effortless is this really? I mean, if it's effortless, it's without effort. And so, where am I applying effort? And how do I apply less? Okay. Well, I've already been brought into that understanding personally. Realization, I've understood no hesitation. And so, really, confidence, a trust, an allowance, a surrender, but also a doing, like a really amazing embodiment. You know, you have to be in there, you know, so you can follow behind, or you can be like kind of with it, observing it, trying to see if it's going to work out, or you can be like fully in there, knowing it's working out while you're doing it, and then it's like, whoa, dude, so amazing. It's really empowered, really phenomenal. I really want to show people channeling, but I don't really channel, so I want to show people channeling, but I don't actually channel. Not in the same way I've seen other people channel. So, like, my form of channeling is kind of different because I'm not calling in another being. I'm not, I don't know if you can really call it channeling even. I mean, we're rivers of energy, nadis. Some people can call these streams or channels. And that's beautiful, you know. I like that. When I think about channeling, I think about that in a way. Rivers of energy just flowing, constantly flowing. But if I were to be channeling anything, it would be myself. So it's not like I'm channeling some other being. I'm not bringing something into me that isn't me, or is some other version of me. No, 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 no. Just this me, this particular me, this specific me, that's it. That's the only one I want here with me. I don't know if there's any others to ever be here with me. I don't have any of that reference, you know. All I have is the reference point that everything is mind. Everything is a projection of that mind. Everything that has a versus is not real. So I understand that people are having all kinds of incredible, powerful experiences. And they're all guiding these people to amazing things. And so I don't ever want to stop anybody from having their amazing experience. I don't ever want to stop them from experience, whatever it is that they may need to, in order to understand. I trust perfection. And it's so wonderful to be able to do that and to be able to realize that I'm perfection as well. And so, after the whole world is perfect, may I be perfect too. How would I be the only one who's not? All of these guys are perfect. And I was perfect, but now I'm not perfect. They're perfect, but I'm not perfect. So I'm the only imperfect thing in perfection. So silly. But that's the thing that's giving me the confidence, is that understanding in that perfection in order to be here now with you in this moment, in this way, to share this with you in this really vulnerable manner. It feels like I'm not planning anything. I'm not deciding anything. I could be left here on the beach forever, nobody. And that's okay, because where am I? Everywhere I've ever needed to be. Where do I need to go from here? Nowhere to go. It doesn't mean I can't go. I can do anything. I just don't have to, and I don't need to. That's what I found out that day, remember? Right when I found out that I didn't have to go, and I didn't need to go to the top of Haleakala. That's when I did. I went to the top of Haleakala. Right here. Right here. Right here. Wherever I was there. Where I needed to be. I didn't have to go there, and it would be this special place. But it was a special place. I didn't recognize it that way. I mean, look at it, you know? You look over here, like, all this modern stuff. Don't look so sacred. Highway. Damn. Don't look so sacred. Oh, why not? Did somebody tell you what sacred looked like? Is that why? Because, like, now every time you think of sacred, you think of that thing you think of as sacred, and you always look at things and you're like, that looks like that sacred thing. That's sacred. Or, that doesn't look like that sacred thing. That's not sacred. What's not sacred? Oh, I love this part. It really makes me feel like I'm a woman. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of looks like I am, right? I dig it. What I just heard kind of sounded like a gunshot. But it was so light that it was probably a firework. I'm really hungry. I think I'm gonna eat. I love you guys. I could eat with you. I could do everything with you guys. You and me. I hope this was helpful. I hope that everything is. I know it is. Thank you so much for being with me. Me. I love you, my brother. You're the best. Don't forget. Y'all one, baby. I love you, my sister. Don't you forget. You the best. Y'all one, baby. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's right. Well, more later. There's just so much. I mean, I could keep going, but I do want to eat. I feel really kind of sick in my stomach right now. So I need water and I need to eat. And these are two things that I don't do very much of. I'm very busy. But I'm coming back into. I'm back. Take care of me. I've been doing that this whole time. But darn, I am insanely hungry. Okay, that's it. You gotta be done. Throw on my ego. Itchy. Ah, it's itching my balls. Anyways, just to be so honest and free of judgment in myself. Allowing myself to truly be however I need to be in any moment that I happen to be in. How? It's what I want. It's easy. What do I desire most? Not because of this, not because of that. Just because. Because I want. What is it? Share with all of you. Yeah! I like that. Loving you. You're the best in the whole world. And by the way, I love the sacred. And I love to hold ourselves in good ways. And I love to hold ourselves in beautiful ways, in true ways. I'm not going to stand up straight and give my hands in this way if it is fake. You know, I don't want to be fake in that way. I want to be true. So if I make a hand gesture towards you in some way, I want it to be the true one. The true, whatever that one is. Is this it? Is this the true one right now? Okay. Doesn't look like normal ones. I don't even know if it's perfectly in symmetry or not. Guess it must be to the degree in which it's meant to. Yeah. So much more. So much more. Goodness. I mean, who knows? This is only the beginning. There's so much more. So much more. Maybe we'll talk about music and cool things next time. Either way, though, it will always relate to the coolest of things, which is what we've already been talking about. Our own personal realization of our own liberation. We are liberated, free beings. Only thing ever stopping us from seeing this is us. Nothing else. Nobody is doing this to us. There's no person doing this. It's just if I don't see me, I don't see. Simple. How do I see me? Let go of the you that you can view. And then you'll see you, who you truly are. who we are, who I am. Thank you. Aloha, my friends. Mahalo, my brothers, my sisters, my mothers and my fathers, my sons and my daughters. Thank you, my friends and family. Myself, in Lakesh, I am another yourself. Mtakuye Oyas. Mtakuya